Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Quranic Connection TV with your host Abdul Shahid. And in this session, I'm going to be telling you about two things that you could do to gain more of a connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Quran. Like how you can understand it and implement it in your daily lives. And what are the easiest ways for us to do that? So let's get started with number one. Like it is explained to us right at the beginning of the Quran when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Like ذَلِكَ الْكِتَاب, that is the book wherein there is no doubt. Like this is an important point. You have to understand that we as humans, we live with certainty. Certainty is what gives us stability. Stability of mental thought process, stability emotional being, and it gives us stability in life generally. Like the mind is the center of the human being. So if you have stability in your mind, then you have certainty and you feel assured and you feel confident in what you're doing. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala immediately wipes away any possibility of there being any doubt, anything that's going to put you in a state of instability. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that this book, wherein there is no doubt, what is it? Hudan lil muttaqin. It is a guidance for humanity, or guidance for the muttaqin. The muttaqin, they're the highest level of the humans, right? But the highest level of the humans, they have to reach that level. You and I, we have to reach that level. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that this is the guidance that will take you to that level, right? So there's no doubt about it. There's absolute certainty in this, and you will feel confident. Now, what's the tip? What's the first tip? The first tip is that you have to, like on a daily basis, accompany the Quran. Like you have to read the Quran on a daily basis and you have to reflect on these verses. Now, we're not saying that we have to spend our entire 24 hours or 12 hours of waking day like reading the Quran, like in order to gain benefit from it. If you were to spend 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, just reading a few verses in a language that you understand, and then whether that be English, whether that be Urdu or Bangla or Somali or whatever language that you're reading, like read it in a language that you understand, and then as you're reading it, like what will happen? Like you will start to extract from it benefits. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through His infinite mercy, He shapes our minds, gives us stability, gives us like a surety about what we're doing and how we're doing, and guides us through the steps that we need in our daily lives. So that's the first thing that you have to do, is that you have to accompany the Quran on a daily basis. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but reflect on those verses. I guarantee you, if you spent 30 days reading the Quran for 5 minutes every day, you will find at the end of the month that your life is slightly different. Your mindset is very different, and you have gained so much inspiration through that revelation, even in a different language than the Arabic language. Even in a different language, you will gain like massive benefit. Now, what's the second point? The second tip that I can give you, and this, I'll go back to the verse in Surah Yusuf where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyan. Indeed, I have revealed this Quran as an Arabic Quran. And then Allah explains why. Allah says, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ. So that perhaps you may be of the people of intellect. Perhaps you may understand. Like Allah has revealed the Quran by a choice in the Arabic language. Allah could have revealed it in any language He wanted to, but He, the Most High, reveals it in the Arabic language. Why? Because there is some hidden treasures in it when you understand it through the Arabic language. When I say hidden treasures, I'm not talking about woo-woo, like something that you're gonna find when you learn the Arabic language. But in order to understand something in the most comprehensive way, like in order to understand the revelation in the most comprehensive way, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that Allah uses the verb here, ta'qilun, which comes from aql, which is the intellect, which is the mind. Allah doesn't say tafhamun. Like tafhamun is just like to understand, but Allah further uses verb here where clarifying for us exactly what will happen if we understand it through Arabic. So the second tip I'm going to give you is that you should take every step, whether it's the smallest steps or like taking regular small steps. In fact, probably better is that you take steps towards understanding the Quran in Arabic. Now, how you do that and when you do that, you need to plan that. It doesn't have to happen overnight, and nothing great happens overnight. You know, no amazing feat in human history has ever been built overnight. Islam was not established overnight. Islam was not established overnight. The foundations of Islam was established over 23 years. And then the civilization, as we know it, the huge superpower, was established over a longer period of time. But it wasn't that long, but it's a lifetime. So in our lives, we can make all the difference. So I'm going to leave you with that. So the first tip is that whatever language you understand, whether it's the English language or whatever you understand the best, pick up a Quran in that language and read it every day, 5 minutes. And do that for 30 days straight, and inshallah, you will see like massive differences. And the second thing is, like, my advice to you, I'm an Arabic teacher, and I teach these things to my students, but I'm saying that regardless of where you are in the world, what you're doing, like, you should take some steps towards understanding the Quran in the Arabic language, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed it in the Arabic language for a purpose. Because in every other language, we're restricted. Like in the Arabic language, like you have a C. And when you understand the Quran through the Arabic, you will understand what I'm talking about. So inshallah, I'm going to leave you with that. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.